on site, EuroMaidan.pr for Party of Regions. Or what?
Well,
What does it stand for?
it stands for public relations, which
Public-
is actually the point. But my voice is too supreme and too clear today.
Yeah,
Have a great
you mean
conversation about that.
you're terribly ill like the entire country.
Well, I'm terribly sick of the current system that is developed in my country. Yet it doesn't mean that I'm not willing to help my country change for the better.
How long have you done this?
This I've done for the last month, double month. But I've been on the Maidan since the 12th of December.
But you're the coordinator of this whole operation. You actually set up the website.
Well, I did in the beginning. This was the initiative that I took to help foreign journalists, diaspora, and to help the information about Maidan to come more often from an English-speaking and English-speaking audience understanding source. That was our sort of goal in EuroMaidan.pr. And we grew from that. Well, we began as press release publishing agency, sort. Then we actually extended. We moved into work on publishing news, to Twitter, to publishing big articles and blogs, coordinating between these. Then we opened actually an Instagram account, posting great photos of many active creative photographers, of course with whom we have a permission to do so. Then, ever since then it's been expanding aggressively. So
Have you been attacked, like denial of services attacks, or shut down things where the ISPs stop working here, or the
No.
Facebook page?
not really. No.
That page, by the way, is facebook.com/.
It's facebook.com EuroMaidan.pr.
EuroMaidan PR, and there's no way in. Oh yes, look! Wow, it does focus. If I'm stable enough. What's the latest news today? What's the latest
The latest
development?
thing we've published was what? It's about Sume. So today we have a march in Sume.
Oh, this is March of Sumi. Sumi, they took over the regional headquarters for a while, and then were thrown out.
Yep.
I think. My best friend is from Sumy, which is a province to the little northeast of Kyiv, about 2 hours by bus, train, 2.5 hours. Actually, very close to the Russian border. But even they seem to have majority of sympathy for the protest. People have been here from all over the country. There are many people from the east. There's tents and tables from Donetsk and Kharkiv and Lugansk and places that are generally are support Yanukovych, but this isn't really a EU versus Russia thing, or as much an East versus West thing as people say in the West. It's more of the entire country tired of one of the great kleptocrats in the world, a guy that's stolen more than pretty much anybody outside of Africa.
No. Don't underestimate. Don't overestimate Yanukovych. There was so much stolen before him that he couldn't possibly hope to steal as much.
You think so?
Well, Putin. Well,
Putin, of course, is class by himself.
Yeah, he gets the richest oil country in the world. That's pretty much the best you can hope for. Stealing. So he's a better
Hello,
candidate.
Timur. Why are you calling? It does work. Greetings.
Sure, that's a number.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Hrushevskogo. Well, by the way, you were actually going to school in India, in Bombay.
Yes. No, not in Bombay, in Kolkata.
Calcutta. But that's one of the most horrible cities on the planet, isn't it?
No, that was the whole point.
So you really wanted to go somewhere where you were top dog and a man of civilization and culture and breeding.
I wanted to try and challenge myself to live in the conditions to which I'm not used to.
Yeah.
To being a top dog has nothing to do with anything. It was just trying to see how well I can survive in the conditions such as those.
And can you
I'm sorry,
even
can I-
sure.
Tack för den.
Let's wander around the press center. They have full Wi-Fi, BGN. They have, they could use a wired phone. That would be nice. There is. Why is this out of focus? Focus, 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 please. Thank you. Oh, look, when you tap it, it focuses. I love the smartphones. This is the press center stage. Let's see who is actually talking right now. And
Poland group, a musical group.
Polish group.
Polish group.
So
Famous
Polish group.
Yeah.
And so you guys are Polish, from musical group from Poland? Did you just
I am
play?
from Ukraine, sorry. This guy is from Poland, yeah.
Poland and Ukraine.
Yeah, together.
You are one people, because nobody in the world has suffered like Poles and Ukrainians at the hands of Soviets, Nazis, Europeans, everybody. This is live. We're broadcasting an English channel in Spilno, so this is going out live.
So you may ask something.
on the things.
Mike.
Historically, like,
There is Michael from America.
what is the great bond between Ukrainians and Poles? You think you have much more sympathy for Ukrainian aspirations in independence, hopes.
Okay, one moment. Please.
Okay. Well, obviously, he has to think about his answer, and that probably involves bathroom break, I think. But let's talk to my other acquaintances here. This is Recep Tayyip Erdogan, which is the coolest name of any leader in the world. Now I forgot your name. I'm sorry.
Okay, Barbaros.
Barbaros, right? Incredible name, amazing. New journalist from Turkey who's just come to the press center. We're streaming live on the English Spilno. You can watch yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's check.
Yeah. What are you doing right now? Spilno.tv. If you can find the English, it would be nice to get confirmation that I'm not just talking into the wind. We have like a vast total of almost double-digit viewership.
It's crashed.
Nah, there should be five feeds.
I'm preparing pictures, editing stuff, and I have to send as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm. What pictures? These are your pictures?
These are the ordinary pictures, document pictures.
Knock
No
us out.
one.
What's the best one you got?
I just start now.
Yeah.
I'm going.
He was explaining his monster digital Canon streaming beastie to me yesterday. I basically don't believe in these because I think you are limited by giant cameras and access and whatever, and mostly the police have been targeting and beating journalists, maybe the greatest attacks ever. I may be doing a story on that for Columbia Journalism Review. There have been 60 reporters sent to the hospital, 40 in one incident at the presidential palace on December 1st. Really quite incredible, where they just beat the hell out of the journalists and smashed their equipment, smashed their cameras, professional video gear worth tens of thousands of dollars. This is my kind of camera. Tiny, small, beautiful little CyberShot, Zeiss Icon lens, best optics on the planet.
Okay.
And the big thing is, I can turn it on. I can turn it on, and I can do it without the screen being on if I set this to whatever and take secret pictures.
Poland came back.
Poland came back out. I don't know. They're musicians. They have nothing to say.
Okay.
I think. So what brought you here, and why this late?
Excuse me?
Why did you come now? This is now in the third month of this 12th week.
Yeah.
12th Sunday consecutive protest. Why come now to this place? Do you think there's going to be some violent denouement, like meaning ending or capstone to this, or This was just you had other commitments.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's still continue, right? Yeah, it's not end. And I come here to observe what's going on, and that's it.
So you're doing photographs for different Turkish publications.
We are sent two pictures to friends agency, and they publish
Uh-huh.
around the world. Yani I was want to come here before 2 months ago, but my other photo shoots and exhibitions.
You had an exhibition in
They
Istanbul.
come,
Huh?
yeah.
It must be very gratifying to do pictures because if they use them now, and it's buying on the air like immediately. So it must be very kind of gratifying to get that kind of response or that kind of immediate feedback of your material.
I don't have too much experience because this is my first press experience.
Really?
Yeah, we
Wow.
will see. We will see. What's
Yeah.
going on?
Well, oh, hey, let's go to Hammernews.com. Let me just show the people.
Oh, advertising.
Let me just show my website.
I know this website, Hammer News.
This is my basic website, which everybody despises. It's very primitive, but the blog is pretty spectacular. Go to the blog. The blog is all about the protests, and I've got click on the picture. Let's get a big picture of that. I got pretty spectacular shots of the actual protest. This was the 19th January, the big attacks on the fire bombings of the buses and this is the burned out buses that were a police barricade, and this guy is gunning a rock. The flash actually fired here, but not enough. I think it was exhausted. Otherwise, this picture could have been on the cover of every newspaper. And this next one is the burning ticket office of Dynamo. I did a live stand-up here with video, and a guy ran by me and threw a Molotov cocktail. Absolutely amazing in a 25-second report or so. This is Dima Bulatov, who was kidnapped and almost, actually nailed to a tree, tortured, had part of his ear cut off. This is the attack. This is one of the dead people. 5 people were killed in protesters. Supposedly 1 or 2 or 3 soldiers have been killed, but the details aren't clear. This is Klitschko, who I've talked to a couple of times here and before. I interviewed Yatsenyuk for a short period after BBC, and unfortunately asked him a very tough question. You never ask a politician the tough question first. This is a guy taking pictures by this overturned bus, and it's really kind of a cool shot. It's like upside down world. Hrushevskogo was an absolute war zone of tumult and whatever. After the big attacks and the fires, they set huge oil fires to stop the militia. A big line of tire fires.
I have to cut.
Absolutely.
I have to send urgent.
Yeah, no problem. After the huge attack and the huge fighting on the 19th and the 20th, which was really pretty amazing. There were literally thousands of Molotov cocktails, tens of thousands of paving stones thrown, being dug up continuously by an army of people, being broken into smaller pieces because these were really heavy. They were, a lot of them weren't reaching the police lines. They weren't, because without baseballs, many Ukrainians don't throw that well. But I was actually right there at that burning building. They were throwing Molotov cocktails, and they were landing, or stones, and they were landing in the police lines. So they did counter battery fire, and I saw a grenade go over my head. I said, maybe I should take a step to the left, and I took a step to the left, and the grenade hit right where I was standing and went off about 10 feet away. Those are just flashbangs, and they really aren't that powerful. I don't think they're anywhere near as strong as American ones, but they're really designed to be used inside buildings where the concussion echoes off all the walls, and it's pretty intense to just stun somebody. The object of them isn't really to knock anybody out or whatever. It's just to drive them away or stun them for some special forces attack or something. Then I when I did the stand-up, a guy ran right by me and threw a Molotov cocktail. And when I get that on YouTube, that will be an absolute sensation, because it's pretty incredible that could happen in about a 25-second report. That I was just doing almost as a goof, because this handheld camera business is pretty lame. As you can see, if I'm framing myself right, or have hideous hair. By the way, have you seen this? Can you check if this is the feed is going out properly? So I know if this is there's 8 viewers, so I guess we have to be going out properly. Spilno.tv. I don't actually have a link on my site for it. I'll put it. Spilno, SPLILNO.TV. And it's amazing, actually, let's see. Am I actually still going out? I have the transmitter in my coat, which is all the way back here, and I don't know what the range is. I have the transmitter here. I have no idea how far I can walk away and actually still do it. Let's see. Where is Timur?